Hey, what's up guys? Garrett here. Welcome back to another video. Spoiler alert, this one's going to be a little bit different. No coding. We're going to be going over my goals for 2020. Yeah, if you're not interested, just whatever. No worries, don't watch the video. But actually, just kidding. If you're not interested, that's totally cool. But give me a thumbs up down below. Just like the video, just to help me out. That'd be awesome. If you are interested, though, welcome to this cool, awesome video about my goals in 2020. I had a lot of them in 2019, 10 to be exact, and to be honest, I think I only achieved like 5, so not ideal. But nevertheless, I kind of thought that instead of doing like 10 goals in 2020 like I did in 2019 and then failing at half of them, I would just do 3. 3 goals that are really important to me, or that support, I guess I should say, that support things that are really important to me and that are more focused in terms of my overarching goals. So hopefully I can be very successful at all of them instead of somewhat successful at half of them. So in 2020, I want to create at least 50 YouTube videos. So obviously in a year there's 52 weeks, not 50. And the reason is because, so the reason I have 50 here rather is because let's say I want to go on vacation or something like that. I don't have any vacations planned, but if I want to, like a random vacation here or there, then I don't really want to be stressing about making a video that week because traveling can be stressful as it is. So just, give myself some leniency there. But there's also a chance that I might have more than 50 videos because let's say I'm making, that's about 1 video a week, and let's say I'm making videos on things that I'm learning. So if I'm learning, let's say, about Flutter right now, next week or the week after or something like that, coming up sometime soon, I might have a video, or not might, I will have a video on build context, which is a very big thing in Flutter. So that would be, as I'm learning that, that would be a great thing to make a video about. Stuff that I've been making my past few videos on, basically the same kind of concept. But I also want to make videos sharing what I'm working on, my startup that I'm working on right now, or just entrepreneurship in general. And I don't know that I would replace the software development video of that week. I might have an extra video, so there'd be 2 in 1 week, and so there might be more videos than 50. So I don't know. We'll see. Don't know exactly what's going to happen there, but we'll see. It's a possibility. But at the very least, I want to have 50 videos in 2020. The next thing is I want to launch my app. It's called Circle. Officially, it's called Circle, and it's called Circle because you're basically like you're creating your circle of friends, right? And so basically what my app is, it's a way for people to make new friends. And the reason I'm making this app is because not having friends sucks. As simple as that. Not having friends is not fun. And so I think that people, myself, but just anyone in general, it's tough. You feel lonely sometimes. You can feel isolated sometimes. You can feel as if you're, I just said lonely, but I was going to say by yourself, which is the same thing as lonely anyway. So you can feel by yourself sometimes, and that sucks. It's not fun, So I want to make this app to help people meet new people, not from like a dating perspective. There's a ton of dating apps out there. Go use one of them. Not from a business networking perspective. Again, ton of apps out there. Go use them. But just like from a meeting new people and creating genuine connections and just having new friends kind of perspective, right? It's such a very simple, very genuine. That's it. And so that's what that app is going to be. And so in 2020, I want to launch the first version of that app. I think probably by like May is when I think it could be done. And so that's kind of what I'm going for as of now. Literally right now is when I just decided that. So that's kind of what I want to do there. And actually for that app, for me to consider that successful, I need to have a fully functioning website that can sell people on the vision and allow them to sign up / subscribe for more information. Interestingly enough, I kind of am already there. Actually, if you go to circle.com right now, it's actually live, so this is it. So that's kind of almost coming around there. And then the next thing is I want to have the fully, those are synonyms, that shouldn't be like that. Fully functioning MVP app built with Flutter. So I'm using Flutter to build this app, and I want it to be a fully functioning MVP version of the app. I have a list of what that means exactly in terms of what my MVP is. But yeah, I want that to be version number 1.0 done. And then I want it to be published to the App Store. So I want version 1.0 to be published on the App Store, I guess by May or June, something like that. So there's that. The next thing that I want to do in 2020 is I want to continue learning about software engineering, investing, and leadership. And so with those, I have some stuff written down. Obviously, you can see my screen. So the first thing is DevOps. I want to get better at DevOps as a whole. My old company didn't really do very much with DevOps, and so I didn't actually realize how important it was until I got to my current job and got to see how involved DevOps can be, but also, more importantly, how helpful it can be. We have some great DevOps people there that help us out, and I want to learn more about it. I want to get better at it because even though I'm one person making this app circle, I still think there's a lot of stuff that DevOps could do to help me. So the first thing, and this is subject to be expanded on as well, but the first thing is monitoring systems. So, logs within your code, or a way to see, what your backend server is doing, stuff like that, just to be able to, keep tabs, I guess, on what's going on within your system, so that you can make improvements as necessary and debug as necessary and just get a better idea of what's going on. The next thing is testing. I'll be honest, I hate testing. It sucks. When I say I hate testing, I guess automated testing is what I'm referring to that I hate. Automated testing sucks. It's very annoying. It's very tedious. It's very frustrating for me personally. I find it to be harder than actually writing the code itself, but nevertheless, I do understand that there is value in it, and so I'd like to get better at it, specifically unit tests as well as end-to-end tests. And then the next thing is deployment. There are a number of different deployment strategies that you can use when you're developing something, and I would like to get better at, well, I guess an understanding of those different deployment strategies, but really I would like to get in place a very good deployment strategy for me. I actually do have in place a pretty good CI/CD pipeline for this website, which I'm probably going to make a video on sometime soon. But I would like to, I know that for the Flutter app that I'm going to be building, I'm going to need probably a slightly different deployment strategy. Well, definitely a very different deployment strategy because it's going to be on the App Store, not on a website. But I'm going to need a different, CI/CD pipeline for that. So that's that. The next thing is data structures and algorithms. Now, this is on here because I actually didn't go to college for computer science, and I didn't go to a boot camp. I didn't go to anything like that. So I don't really know about data structures or algorithms. It was never part of my training because I didn't actually have any formal education or training. So one of the things I've noticed that I don't have that other people that did go to college for computer science have is data structures and algorithms. And so I think that in 2020, I would like to try and bridge the gap between me, who's mostly self-taught, and I get to learn from some very smart people at my job. But I want to bridge that gap between someone who doesn't have any formal education and someone who does have formal education. And I think that data structures and algorithms, while perhaps not the only thing that I'm lacking, is definitely a very good place to at least start. Next is Firebase. Now, Firebase is what I'm using for the back end for Circle. I decided to use Firebase because of what it offers in terms of me not having to do anything. If I were to try and create Firebase myself, Firebase is a product in itself. So I would basically be trying to do what the fantastic people over at Google did. It's not likely to end well. So that's why I'm using Firebase. And I would like to get better at using Firebase, not just for what I'm using currently, but I kind of have a whole plan of within Circle of what I'm going to need from Firebase. And so I want to continue learning Firebase, learning about how it works and the things that I need and how I can leverage its resources and its features and functionality to benefit me and make my development easier. The next thing is Flutter. Now, I've been using Flutter for 2.5 months, something like that. It's been going pretty well. I have a working app that, while not done, is functional in some regards. But I need to get better at it. There's a lot that I don't know with Flutter. I have some gripes with it. Yes, it's not perfect, especially coming from a web development perspective. It's definitely challenging, we'll say, at times, or frustrating, rather, we'll say, at times. It's also a framework versus something like React, which is a library that I'm used to using, which was a walk in the park compared to using a framework as far as I'm concerned. But regardless, I want to get better at Flutter. I want to continue learning about Flutter. I really want to become, like in 2020, I really want my confidence with Flutter to be high. I mean, not necessarily like through the roof high, just I really want to feel as though I fully understand what's going on within my application and to not kind of get really frustrated or panic every time I have to go and fix something because I feel as though I'm going to have to spend a lot of time doing it. Not that that's a bad thing, but just I guess I want to get more confident in it and I want a better understanding so that I can just feel as though it's something that I am working with, not something that I'm working against to build something, if that makes sense. Um, Along with Flutter comes the Dart language. It's just kind of, it has to be there because I'm using Flutter. If it wasn't Dart, then I would put JavaScript or whatever language, Flutter goes with. But yeah, so that's that. Next is React. So I'm still using React for the website, for this website that I just showed you before. And the reason I'm using React instead of, let's say, Flutter Project Hummingbird is one, that's not in, I don't know if that's production ready Hummingbird, Flutter's like website making thing. I just think that React is better suited for building websites right now than Flutter is. If that changes and Flutter becomes excellent for building websites, then I will go and rebuild it in Flutter. It's all about what I think is the best choice for that job. And so right now I think that's React. That's why that's there. Right now it's just a landing page, but in the future, when if I decide to create a web version of the Circle app, then I will go and build it in React as well, unless by that time Flutter is the better option. We'll see. After React, we have Python. Python, other than being a good language to know, is on here really because of the investing thing. I want to get better at investing. I have some investments now. I use Robinhood, and that's great. But I want to really understand more about investing and about the business world. I love business, I love entrepreneurship, and I want to get better at investing, which is a really important part of business and a part of building wealth for yourself so you can achieve your goals. So within investing, and this is also subject to be expanded on, but within investing, I want to get a really good fundamental understanding of economics and how it works. Economics being the study of, well, the definition at least, is here. The definition of economics being the branch of knowledge concerned with the production, consumption, and transfer of wealth. And number two, the condition of a region or group as regards material prosperity. So basically, that's correct. Basically, economics is the study of how resources move about such that people can create goods and services, how people interact and buy things, and how the economy works as a whole. And I think that to understand that at a micro and macro level is very important when you're investing in things, and not just the ability to look at a financial balance sheet and understand what's going on. And although I'm definitely not in the position to be able to give financial advice, I might make videos on that kind of stuff because I do find it interesting and it is something that I want to learn about. And making videos teaching about this stuff also helps me to learn about it, which is a really big reason for me making YouTube videos in the first place. Next, so economics and then financial analysis. So there's not just the economic side of it, there's also the financial side of it and understanding what the balance sheet's telling you. There's a bunch of other documents that are used when analyzing a company, which I don't know what they are, so that's why I'm not referencing them. But I want to learn about that stuff, and I really want to have definitely a fundamental understanding of this stuff. Ideally, I'd like to have a proficient understanding of this stuff. Not necessarily expert, but let's say like 80%, because you can get to 80% pretty quickly of just about anything. It's the extra 20%, that's the hard part. That's the stuff that you learn in like weird situations on like edge cases and things like that. So financial analysis. Next is investing strategies. The only two that I know about are value investing and growth investing. I don't even know what they mean. I just know that they exist. There might be some sub strategies in there. There might be some other strategies that I just don't really know anything about. But either way, I want to learn more about that stuff and That's it. Yeah. Overall, how to analyze a company or stock. And that actually goes back to this whole Python thing, because if, let's say, for example, it took me a week to analyze a company or a stock myself, that'd be 52 stocks in a year. That's not that many. There are like thousands of stocks. So I want to use Python which is like the biggest data science, machine learning, financial language there is, I think. So I want to use Python to help me basically try and programmatically do the analyzing of the stock of the company and pick the investments for me. So I actually did check my mail. So there's that. And the last thing here is leadership. Now, sure, I might read some leadership books and I'll share some things that I learned with you guys in those books, but it's not really like I'm taking a course. I think that's more so going to be like just as, in theory, this like upward trajectory of learning that you kind of keep learning about whatever lessons you can take from various experiences in your life. And so leadership is there, but it's kind of like an always on type of situation with that one. So those are my goals for 2019. Nope, those are my goals for 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you feel comfortable, post down in the comments. Tell me about what your goals are for the year 2020. I would love to hear what they are. If you like this video, give me the thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Also, Happy New Year's. So there's that. I'm going to have another video like doing like a review of how I think my channel did over this year, because this was an interesting year for me for the channel, but I was looking at the stats on YouTube and something messed up right now on the analytics, so whatever. But anyway, Happy New Year, guys. Thanks for watching all my videos. Hope to see you guys in the new year. Really excited to start out 2020 with you guys as viewers of mine and as part of this family that we have going on here on the channel. So thank you again. I'm really grateful, and I really love actually reading every single one of your comments too. So keep commenting, keep letting me know if you're liking the videos or if you want to see different videos, whatever it is. And peace. I will see you all in 2020. Have a good one.